I love how the second we go live, you just say, maybe we should just strip. And I was like, where are we going with this?
Y'all, this is the burlesque episode.
I didn't prepare my performance.
That's okay. It's just, it is improv. It's an improv burlesque stream.
Oh, boy.
Welcome back.
Yeah, when David doesn't show up, we get burlesque.
It's just, I could have prepared better. I could have just layered up a ton of sunglasses and then just stripped off sunglasses as we went, and that's the burlesque.
Like every 15 minutes, another pair goes.
Yeah. I have enough sunglasses, that's for sure.
She does.
I believe that.
I do. It's a problem.
She has a problem.
Yeah. Wah. Is anybody with us?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. Oh.
Teapot!
Hi, Shell.
Welcome.
Renee!
Yeah, Renee's cruising. Yeah, so all the chaotic snowstorms basically stranded David in, like, the middle of the country.
Rip.
Big rip. And, like, the only time he could get a flight was, like, right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was, like, either...
So is he at least flying home tonight?
Yeah.
And not tomorrow morning?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So he can sleep all day tomorrow, and we can get back to regularly scheduled shenanigans tomorrow night.
Yeah, it occurred to me at, like, 2 p.m. today. I was like, oh, shit, I have to, like, actually look at my stuff and make sure I know what's going on. Because I have, like... the way I have, like, the campaign structured is, like, part of it's based on a book. Thanks, Matt Mercer. And then the other part is, like, stuff that I come up with. And so, like, there's a good portion of stuff that I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing tonight. And it's, like, just the half of stuff that I came up with.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, there is, like, a bigger campaign issue that we do need to follow as well.
Oops.
So, yeah.
Caroline, do you want our Mystic Crit font?
Yes. Yes, I do. If you have a... Because I was like, none of this works, and I don't have access to good fonts right now.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get my mouse.
Yeah.
You can send that over.
I think this ain't it.
Renee, come say hi. She sniffed my dice bag and made a stinky face.
Stinky dice.
Give me BB. Say hi. She's like, no, mother, let me go.
Mother BB.
Atlas is just whining in the background.
He's gotten too big to hold.
He has. He is a large... Hey, be nice. He's a large boog.
Does he still think he's a small dog?
I think he knows that he's big. Yesterday, he tried to turn around really quickly in the bathroom and slammed his head against a wall and then tried to keep running forward, so he was, like, Scooby-Dooing with his forehead on the wall. And I was like, sir, you're a little special.
Yeah, he's trying.
He really is.
Caroline, question.
Answer.
Do you need Mystic in its own file and Crit in its own file?
Yeah, yes. Let's go with that, yes.
It is going to take a hot second, but it is doable.
Yeah, no worries. Because what I had in mind was was doing like opposite what I have here is like Mystic Crit, and then
I can't see it right now. I'm in Sketchbook.
well, what I was planning on doing is like I have the logos in the one corner, and then going in the other corner and doing like vertical Mystic and then horizontal Crit to like match it. If that makes sense at all.
Yes, so the QR is going to be the middle of the sticker.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I might try this side and see. Same size. This one is middle.
Because I can also send you the full logo on a transparent background. Whoa, not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey, Cookus.
You're doing great.
Okay.
So, Cookus, because of flight issues and storms, we are doing our actual storyline stream tomorrow, and right now we are watching Caroline make a QR code. It will be a sticker at MegaCon. So if you're at MegaCon, come get one.
What the?
And also feel free to join our Discord.
Oh my god.
Yeah, make that dice all winky wonky.
Well, because I was thinking like, doing how we have it on the, like the background.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that translates better, TBH.
Cookus, we're also trying to, not this MegaCon, but 2025, we are going to try to be live streaming from MegaCon.
Oh yeah, I guess it is 2024.
I know, it's wild.
It doesn't feel real.
Nothing feels
Okay.
real.
One.
Did you get one?
They're all black because I couldn't be bothered to make them colorful because that took like 45 minutes.
No, you're fine. Okay. Ooh, that's much better.
I'm so ready for tomorrow because I'm planning on making mulled wine during the day.
Ooh.
So I will hopefully have a bunch of mulled wine for the session.
I have adult Capri Suns.
Nice. I just have press tonight.
I have water because I did not drink enough today at
I
work.
mean, I didn't either. But
Hashtag
here we are.
not bad. Yep. Drink the water.
I'm also drinking my water because I had a bad day.
Oh no, what happened? How's your elbow?
Oh, my elbow's fine.
Good.
You didn't break it so you could sue somebody?
No, I didn't do that.
Sad.
I know. Deeply, deeply tragic.
Oh, Jenny, I'm doing Wonder Woman next month. Forgive kids. I beat everybody to it. Tim literally posted the event today, and I dropped everything I was doing at work.
Yes.
And I was like, everybody deal with it. This is important.
Good. That,
yeah, and we've been keeping track of... Oh, yeah. We've been keeping track of all the MegaCon ads. Like, literally, I walk into work every day, and one of our stitchers is like, did you see who they added? And been like, so the entire Back to the Future cast is going to be at MegaCon. Needless to say, we are all very invested in who keeps getting added.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram, and, like, I keep looking, and it's like every day there's a whole new list of people coming. And I'm like, I'm wondering how many of these are going to get canceled by the time the session actually happens.
Yeah.
Well, because me and Mary were saying that usually like a third of them drop.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah. But Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd are only there on Thursday and Friday. And I'm like, I don't blame them.
Yeah. Those are honestly the ideal days. I don't blame them.
Yeah. So it'll be my first Thursday.
Yeah, MegaCon honestly is chaos. Like, now that I've been to FanX in Salt Lake, like, MegaCon is kind of horrendous. Like, I love it.
You will get chaotic, updates.
But yeah, there's a lot
on whatever
happening.
The dumpster fire is. Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of like FanX a little bit more because, like, you don't always get, like, the number one, like, actors and stuff. Like, I feel like MegaCon gets a lot of, like, the top actors.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but, like, you're never gonna get a spot unless you spend your entire day in, like, life savings trying to get a photograph.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
I just want them to do panels. Because I would love to listen to Christopher Lloyd talk about God knows what for an hour.
Exactly.
I've listened to him talk about I don't even know what for an hour at my first Dragon Con, and it was one of the best hours of my life.
Yeah, like, I went to, it was, like, just after the first Shazam movie came out. I went to, it was my first MegaCon. I was wearing, like, the most horrendous foam Wonder Woman corset that anyone has ever made. But I remember, like, my friends and I were like, we parked on the exact opposite side of everything, and we want to be able to leave.
Oh.
And so we were like, we're going to leave before this panel lets out. But we had gotten there early enough that we got seats, like, the third row in. And so we just, like, awkwardly stood up and started to leave. And honestly, Zachary Levi calling us out for, like, leaving early and us being like, I'm sorry, we have to go, was, like, one of the best experiences. Yeah. Like, that was better than a picture or an autograph or something. Like,
that's what I'm hoping to focus on this year, is going to see some of the panels and not spend all day in the vendor hall.
Because it's, like, the same vendors at all these cons. Like, I go to FanX, and it's, like, people I've seen at MegaCon. Literally at MegaCon last spring, like, 2023.
You got recognized.
Yeah, I got recognized by people who were at FanX.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's also weird just being recognized.
It was weird for me seeing people who were at House of Mouse Expo, also at MegaCon. I was like, okay. Good for you, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, if y'all are ever... Okay. So, quick plug for one of my favorite bookshops ever. This seems like it's out of the blue, but it's not, because I, like, met these people at FanX, and you know that ADHD train of thought, like, will get you there eventually.
Yeah.
So, in Salt Lake City, there is a bookstore called The Legendarium. and it is in this cute little old house. It is completely trans-owned and, like, run. They have a coffee shop. They feature just, like, sci-fi and horror books. And primarily featuring, like, LGBT communities and, like, communities of color and, like, a bunch of, like, less heard of authors. And they do game nights, and they have a section that is dedicated to LGBT D&D.
I love that.
There are books called Lesbians with Swords, and it is essentially just LGBT, like, lesbian D&D sessions.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so they regularly run, like, D&D nights and stuff. So if everyone ever happens to be in, like, if we ever decide to do, like, a FanX stream or something, or we're all just in the same place in Salt Lake, we should definitely go do a stream from the Legendarium, because they are amazing. They're incredible.
Yeah.
I'm good friends with Rael, who's one of the owners, and I love them very much. So
support small businesses.
That too, like,
because more and more are starting to close.
Yeah, I love them so much. I wonder if you can buy stuff online from them. Probably. I hope so. If anyone
Carolyn,
ever wanted...
I have a potentially dumb question.
Might have a potentially dumb answer.
Okay. Are you able to, like, design, like, the backing paper of the sticker, or just the sticker that gets printed?
I think for now they do not offer that service.
Okay.
I think there are places
what would
that
do, yeah.
But this is not one of them.
Okay. Because I was like, what would be dope if, like, the QR code was on the backing paper and the sticker was just the logo? You know?
Yeah. I think the problem with that would be they take this backing off and they throw it away.
Yeah.
That would be my concern. Trying to decide if it should be at the top or the bottom or the middle. Or if I just...
I kind of liked it in the bottom left.
The bottom left?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just did. And then have, like, Mystic Crit.
That was my original idea.
With the dice in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because I think the slightly turned was working for us. Especially now that I've figured out how to arrange things. Stop. Yeah.
But yeah, I posted the link for the Legendarium in the chat. I'll also put it on our Discord. They do ship to the US. So, check it out.
Cute.
One little plug.
I got nothing.
Does anyone in the chat have fun questions for us? Or need a recap before tomorrow? We've had some questions from Seldal, but we have not had questions and answers and stuff from Vin and Zaris. Anyone?
Oh, did more shenanigans happen after we left the other night?
There are always shenanigans. Yeah,
I should always assume there are shenanigans.
Yeah, we ended up having a Q&A session, an in-character recap.
An in-character recap?
That can actually probably be done. Okay, so... yeah, I gotta pull up my recap. Oh. So much has happened. had more than one spoon.
Back are we recapping?
We're recapping.
In character.
Alright. I can try to in character recap Cal and Seldal's spots, but otherwise, yeah, they have to. I would share my recap with my dear friends here, but I have far more information than they require.
Or are
Biggest
allowed
note-
to have.
Okay.
The biggest note I made last session was Cal doesn't know anything about trees. I was like, I can give some highlights of my favorite notes I have taken since session 1.
Yes, I would like to know this.
Speaking of Cal doesn't know anything about trees, my note on that was, in quotes, apple facts with Cal.
Apple fact. Let me go back.
One of the things that we
No,
did
Jenny,
and
go first.
that Seldal and I did end up pointing out after y'all left the other night was how no one interrogated or questioned Panther Lady, Kaylina.
Yeah.
Vin 100% had the chance and decided to play the banjo.
Correct.
Serenade.
Yeah.
It's
I
the best
just-
form of torture.
Just wanted to put that one out there.
Yeah.
Alright, carry on. Recap.
Oh, so my favorite note from session 1 is under Chalcedony, I wrote a little shit. And then Seldal, under their initial character, like, introductions, I wrote a big shit.
Checks out.
Oh, and Hugh was responsible for our first NPC death. R.I.P. Session 2, I wrote, Quo got fucking arrested for attempted murder of that goblin dude.
Quo?
Q.
Is that what you just fucking said?
Q.
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 You said quo, my
You
dude.
did say quo.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
did. It's recorded.
Well, anyway, when we introduced Vin, I wrote large L-O-R-G himbo, and that is the character description that I wrote down.
I did find out
Large
some.
and stupid.
Oh,
I
and
found-
Jenny was big mad that we didn't play any of the games.
I wasn't
That's not
big
my fault.
mad. I was just like, it was like one of my first times trying to DM, and I had like what was outlined as to what everyone should do, and I like wrote it down, and then like none of that happened, and I was so frustrated. I was like, I don't know what to do. So yeah. Oh, Mary froze.
Mary did in fact freeze. Like this.
Also from session 2, Cal is an innocent being, doesn't like to swear, but definitely peed in the lake.
Definitely.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah, you're back.
Do I live?
Yeah.
You're
here.
alive.
You're here.
Happens. Cal is an innocent lake.
Can you hear Mary? Because I can't.
I can hear Mary.
Oh,
Can everyone else hear
just
Mary?
fuck Caroline. then.
Should I just mute Mary?
I'm fine with that, honestly.
Be like, no, I can hear
I'm
Mary.
tired of listening to myself talk.
It's totally can hear Mary.
Totally. Totally listening to Mary. Okay, good. Cocos can hear all. And Mary froze again. Oh, there we go. We gotta get Mary some better internet.
Oh.
We do. We do need to get Mary some better internet.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I would love to move if somebody has just a free house or a free apartment they're giving away with unlimited internet. I will happily take it.
Dude, I literally have a free house that I live in.
I don't want snow.
That's true. We do have an avalanche warning right now.
Ew. We just have to deal with tornadoes.
Yeah, but y'all don't have like big tornadoes.
And hurricanes.
They're like weak
We have
tornadoes.
there's usually a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're all like EF0s, and EF0s don't get recorded on the national record. I would know. I've dove through the national record many, many times.
Well, there was those ones that annihilated Panama City again.
Yeah, but no one cares about Panama City. I met someone the other day who was like, I'm from Tampa, and I was like, I'm sorry, and then they were like, I'm from, and I was like, what part of Tampa? Not that it really matters. And they were like, Plant City, and I was like, huh.
It's a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us can really say anything. She's in the land of the tornadoes that get recorded.
Yeah. Actually, Tornado Alley is shifting eastward. It's now in the southeast of the U.S. Just gonna put that out there. I wrote a paper on it. It's pretty cool. Check it out. The little things.
Plug your scientific research.
If anyone wants to read my science.
Oh my god. Well, I gotta change the date on my notes sheet because we're not doing stuff tonight anymore.
Yeah. Man, this start of the year has been rough. It's like, I had laryngitis, and then David's flight gets messed up.
They just really went, fuck your chicken strips.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I mean, Florida schools can't
and
have
poor
dictionary.
David had COVID before, during Secret Santa. We're doing great.
We're doing solid.
We're doing something.
Renee's literally sleeping with one eye open looking at me. And it's very creepy.
She's like, y'all sus.
Yeah. To be fair, I did turn on like my ring light right behind her, so she's like sitting in the ring light. Sorry, boo-boo. Move to somewhere else.
She's like, but I want to be here. You should leave.
Yeah. No, she's like way too clingy. She has to be near me at all times. So obnoxious.
That's Hoagie. I was literally 1 foot in the bath. Oh, Hoagie's out. The next thing I knew, he fucking pushed the bathroom door open. I'm like, sir, you don't belong here.
What's
I'm
wrong?
just trying to take a bath in peace.
So I learned some fun facts.
A penis.
A penis? Y'all seen that meme that's like, there's a penis?
Yeah, that's what Caroline's Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I just learned some fun facts about, I don't know how accurate they are because they were from Instagram, but how hyenas are like part cat. So
That's actually not true.
okay, I figured. Yeah, there we go. Never mind.
They're actually technically their own species. They're actually more closely related to mongooses.
Oh, so using the tabaxi was
Mongoose?
kind of incorrect.
Mongoose.
Tabaxi's as close as we could get, though.
Yeah, I don't think we could get any closer.
It
than
works.
that.
Yeah, it's close enough.
In large.
Large, hairy, claws, teethies.
Oh,
Yeah, so
man,
there are-
I thought.
All right, go
Oh.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I thought I knew how tall 6'5" was in my head until I was measuring an actor yesterday who was actually 6'5", and I was at chest level. Like, my eyes were, like, nipple level, and I'm like, this either makes everything so much funnier or so much sadder. Because I'm small.
I mean, I'm 6'1" in
And
real
Zara's
life,
is
and
small.
your face is like my boob height, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess I was more at like bottom of the rib cage on them. And I'm like, stop that.
Because Vin has to do like a full like vertical look down.
Yeah, you're like bent at the waist to look at everybody because you're like 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
We've got like the full
And I want to
range.
say Sildal says they're 6'4", 6'5".
But is
How
that
tall is Sildal?
is that a man saying they're 6'4",
Or is that
or is that
Becky
his
saying
actual
it?
height?
Becky's not here, so
Is
Maybe-
Seldal actually 6 foot whatever?
I think it's 6
Or
foot whatever with an erection.
Oh, because of the
Yeah.
because of the 20. I'm gonna 20. No, because inseam, a typical inseam to like ankle measurement is like 48 inches.
Yeah.
So that's a 48-inch long dick.
So if 48 is flaccid, though, and you about double.
Becky's gonna jump on and be like, "What did y'all talk about?"
You're schlong.
She reaps what she sows.
Yeah, she chose to have
This
a
is all
shower
her
and
fault.
eat food. But yeah, we did
Who needs
consider
self-care? And
true.
fucking
We did
lost my
consider
pen.
using null stats, but it gets a little like weird with nulls because nulls. Vin is not a null. Vin is a hyena.
Something else.
Mhm.
Yeah, Vin is a hyena, not a null. And so with a lot of like the null stats, it just wouldn't have quite fit. So there was a very deliberate choice to use a tabaxi, which y'all will eventually find out. That's between me and Caroline right now.
I feel like there's lots. Group. They got a lot of baggage.
Pretty much. Who here doesn't? Well,
Yeah.
Cal doesn't have that much baggage. Except her actual bag.
I want to know what's in her mystery granny purse.
Her wizard stuff bag.
I'm gonna say probably some drugs.
That would check out.
Like she
You
would
think
be like,
Grandma's
"Oh,
got
you want a
weed?"
candy?" She would have weed gummies, 100%.
Oh, 100%. And she would have said that, like,
Absolutely.
she would have tried to home make them so they'd be, like, homegrown weeds, so it wouldn't quite be that good because we all know how good she is with plants. So
Yeah.
some of them would be, like, really weird. Yeah.
Yeah. It would explain a lot.
It would.
Did we change your idea, or have you been working on this, Caroline?
You changed my idea.
Okay. I'm like, that's not the same as when I last looked down in that corner. You're welcome.
Oh.
I don't know what Zara's expression would be. Just
Probably disgruntled.
Just assume angry. Zara's has got big resting bitch face.
Alright, so to do a quick recap on what we've seen so far.
Yeah. That's what we were doing.
We started off with Q stealing Zarus' dagger, which became, like, weirdly important later. Because of all of the times that Zarus wanted a dagger.
Yeah. Or needed one.
Yeah.
To cut the fucking 16-hit rope.
Oh, it was 17 AC. 17.
Oh, that.
Thanks, Matt Mercer. I honestly, like, it's my dream for us to, like, meet Critical Role as Mystic Crit and just be like, thanks, Matt Mercer. And he'll be like, wait, what? And he'd just be like,
that's gonna become our unofficial catchphrase.
I mean, he did, like, publish the Into the Netherdeep book and whatever. So, like, thanks for giving us some guidance and, like, creating the whole world and stuff that we're basing this off of. But, like, did it have to be such a strong rope? Did it?
No.
Anyway, yeah, so Q proceeded to compete in a swimming race where she almost killed a goblin just for shits and giggles, pretty much, because she wanted to win. Chalcedony bought a sad apple tree and made Seldal carry it. That is literally my notes. Chalcedony buys a sad apple tree and makes Seldal carry it. I had a feeling that there would be plant purchases, though, so I did factor in plants. Alright. Seldal and Cal search the archives at the Temple of the Luxon for information on Luxon beacons, but only find a very old waterlogged diary that they choose to steal. And then Chalcedony completely forgets about it, thanks to memory loss. But Seldal has been following up with that diary, and I did finally remember today to add more to it in anticipation for tonight. So, yeah, this diary, honestly, I will publish this diary by the end of this because it is honestly a masterpiece.
It's just all goblin porn.
Basically. Essentially, yeah.
Every page.
Every page is goblin porn.
It's a smut/fic.
Mm-hmm. It just gets like, it's like a striptease like flip book too. So on the corners, if you flip through it fast enough, they like start stripping.
It's a Vox Machina smut fan fiction.
Oh, true masterpiece. I did put pictures in the diary though, so like.
Oh my god, I'm terrified.
It's not just dialogue and writing. Like, there's full dialogue. There's There's like full pictures. There's an entire...
Oh, so it's like my notes for our other campaign. They're fully illustrated.
Yeah, exactly. But this is for the diary that I had to make up, so...
See, I don't think you've seen my notebook for the other campaign.
I have not.
I will go fetch it.
Nice. I cannot wait to play on Sunday with our other campaign because, whew, I have not been a character for a while, and I cannot wait. Yeah, I cannot wait for others to read this diary. I honestly could probably just publish it as a book, as like a whole supplement. Honestly, knowing Critical Role, they would make like an entire like comic book out of it and just be like, yeah, this is the comic book of the diary that they found. And that would be a whole thing. But I'm not that cool, so I'm not going to make an entire comic book. Because I also don't have that time or money.
Not yet.
Making a comic book, especially of that size, is a large undertaking.
Yeah, and I don't have that time or money. Yeah. So, find the diary. Q, Zaris, Seldal, and Chalcedony have been selected to compete in a race through the Emerald Grotto. Emerald Grotto. For the Emerald Eye. And that was session 1. Session 2, we had to make some changes because we added Caroline. So, Q was arrested for nearly killing that goblin, and Vin, who was flirting with a lovely lady and drinking beer, got called upon to join the team. Yeah, so they end up going through basically these caverns, competing against this other group that for some reason everyone really hates. There's just a lot of animosity towards this other group. They end up going through a bunch of trials and whatnot, fighting grass and, stuff like that. To get to basically the final boss battle, where they meet up with, and I quote from my notes, "The team battles a shark that's way too OP and wins the Emerald Eye." So,
yeah,
they meet up in that area, battle the shark. Cal kind of wusses out for a while and just like leaves the room. P is definitely in the water. They end up seeing like this really weird vision. That's basically like this guy who seems to be dying. It's basically like, help me. So they fall unconscious and are graciously brought back to the surface and are awarded 500 gold pieces and a stay at the inn. That is session 2. Session 3 is when things start to get spicy. So, Elder Ushru, who, if you don't remember, was like one of the mayors, basically, and like one of the I think goblins who runs the temple of the Luxon. He tells the team about a vision that he had that was similar, basically saying that this group of random people who got thrown together for this activity have to basically follow through and like help save this dude. Seldal kind of privately asks him about Ruidium, and Zaris overhears the conversation about Ruidium. So then the group decides that they're going to travel towards Bazusan. And they leave Jigao and go towards the Emerald Cavern, or Emerald Caravan Loop, which is basically a resting point on the way. And they learn essentially about a bunch of racism against non-drow people. And a lot of this racism comes from the Aurora Watch, which seems to be some sort of guard group, military group. And our lovely group continues along the way. And while they're helping to rescue, they find basically an overturned caravan with some goblins. And the Aurora Watch seems to be kind of heckling them. And Zaris is smart and climbs up into a tree to try and observe, and sucks at observing at first, but then later finally is able to successfully kind of watch what's happening, and notices an owl on the tree. An owl that was never named, I might add. So the nameless owl...
He was a bitch.
The nameless owl basically tells Zaris that a friend is coming. And some dude named Corvus Langstrom shows up. And basically tells the soldiers to return to the Taskmaster. Owl the owl. Yes, that is the owl. I feel like it's mean to name him that now that he's dead.
I know. I would call him Delicious because we ate him for dinner that night.
Did
That's
we?
so mean. Anyway.
I mean, I deep fried it.
It was definitely barbecued first. Definitely grilled first.
Yeah.
Charbroiled.
Mm-hmm.
McOwl. Yeah. McOwl. Yeah. So that was the ending of episode 3. Episode 4. Oh, I didn't label that as episode 5. Okay. Episode 4, we witnessed Corvus basically starts talking to the group, and then this mysterious panther kind of just comes out of nowhere and starts mauling these 4 guards. Corvus joins in and is fighting the guards as well, and the group, for whatever reason, decides to fight both the guards and Corvus.
I maintain Seldal started it.
All right.
That's what I have to say about that.
Regardless of who started it, Corvus ended up dying. A very painful death at the hands of our adventurers. The guards took issue with this and started fighting the group. Group fought back. Everyone was able to kill off the guards. The panther transformed into a young drow woman who claimed her name was Kaylina. She also claimed that she was rich and would just bring Corvus back to life, and that it wasn't a big deal, but was very upset. The group decided to not search her pockets, or ask her any questions.
You're never gonna leave that alone, are you?
No! You would have got some really good swag, I'm just saying.
Yeah. We looted
this
the
is
dead
where
bodies.
we're at. We have to live with our choices.
Yeah, because we also didn't take the boss-ass, lightning sword.
Yeah, she has a lightning sword, and you didn't take the lightning sword. You just kind of left that. Yeah.
No,
so,
I took all of her dead boyfriend's shit.
Yeah, you took her prisoner, took the boyfriend's shit. Not her shit. Her shit was fine. Took her to a camp with Corvus, tied them both up. I mean, I'm guessing you didn't tie up Corvus, because that would have been silly.
I think he was just gently set up against a tree.
He was.
Okay. I can't, like, unsee that picture that Caroline drew of of Vin just sitting there playing the banjo with, like, awkward Zaris and Seldal foreplay in the background. And, like, Kaylina just, like, tied up all grumpy, and then a dead guy. It's like my favorite group picture.
Because Cal was also
casually forgot Cal.
Yeah, Cal was just like, I'm going to bed, and went to sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, somehow missed all of that. Yeah, so Seldal sneaks up on Zaris.
Good time.
And in their weird foreplay, threatens Zaris not to hunt down Ruidium. Zaris admits that Zariel, not confusing at all, Zaris and Zariel, contracted her to find rogue agents. Seldal panics and goes to bed. After having a long... Yes, you did.
Well...
You did disclose a lot of information.
You did. That's why I take notes, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zaris did tell...
Also, he's a little bitch who wussed out, so...
He is. Yeah. So he went back to his tent and probably jerked off to the diary. Yeah. And then during the night, Kaylina escapes with Corvus's corpse. And in the morning, y'all find some relatively fresh wagon tracks on the road. So as y'all are heading to Basosan, which is like really fun to say, Basosan, you come across a bunch of remains, because it's kind of like a desolate, deserty area. Sorry, what? Desert area. Y'all decide to look at the remains and notice that there are several footprints in the mud and what looks to be like some big beast and then a couple Aurora Watch soldiers. And it seems like there are like claw slashing marks and what appears to be like paw prints in the mud and dragging of bodies. So bodies were dragged. Yeah, y'all noticed that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You love bossing, say.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
There's no war there. What's not to love about it?
What war? Finally, the party reaches the gates of Basasan, and just after entering, some alarms go off, and these weird-ass, like, mouth blobs, basically blobs of goo with a bunch of mouths, start attacking. You're able to fight them off, thankfully. And
Finn dies a second time.
Again.
Wait, you died? You didn't die.
I was knocked unconscious and Zara brought me back
I
to
think
life.
Becky used
Yeah.
yes for the second time.
Yeah. But yeah, so y'all fought these homies,
I think
and
Seldal had to use Spare the Dying.
I think so too, actually. Seldal's kind of been waiting to use that. Regardless, everyone was praised by the Aurora Watch, and y'all were given basically some housing for the night in one of like the small barracks. And after resting and healing up and whatnot, y'all were heading out to find breakfast at like the mess hall of the Aurora Watch, and you notice someone talking, some drow-ish. I think he's drow. Oh god, I don't remember what he is. I think he might be half elf actually. You noticed a guy talking to one of like the leaders, the taskmaster of the Aurora Watch. Yeah, he's high elf. A high elf guy. So you realize that he's talking to this dude. They're kind of like talking about something urgent, and the high elf guy kind of takes off, looks back for a second, and kind of like stops in front of your group, focuses in on Seldal, and is like, "Zinnias? Is that you?" And that's where we left off. So nice cliffhanger for the end of the year. Tomorrow y'all get to figure out who this dude is. Find
That
out.
I am curious about.
Y'all were also invited to basically dine with the Lord of Bazazan. So you pretty much will be starting off tomorrow in the morning, where we left off with this high elf, and then proceeding throughout the day into the evening when y'all get to go to this fancy dinner with the Lord of Bazazan. So yeah, should be exciting.
Adventure.
Anyone have anything to add that I forgot? Hope I didn't forget anything.
Can't think of anything.
Anyone have any questions, either online or from characters? Do I need to do anything to be added to the Discord? So you, when you get on the Discord, the welcome screen, click on the link, and then the welcome screen will take you that link will take you to the welcome page, where we have some rules, and if you click on the owl reaction to the rules, then you'll get access to the rest of the channels that we have. Good question. I was torn between putting an owl emoji and a shark emoji. I decided on an owl.
The owl is the freshest.
Definitely the freshest.
Yeah.
What? You clicked on the owl but was given no access.
It's because you haven't passed the 4 trials to be permitted access to the Discord.
Oh, shit. Merp.
At this point, I'm just trying new things with these brushes because I haven't dug into this before. So, an adventure.
Yeah. I'm like, what's you doing?
Colorwin.
I'm like, I'm the red character.
It's just a base color.
Coloring. Yeah. Did you roll a vibe check, Cookus and Teapot Folly? Because you may have rolled a 1 or a 2 on the vibe check.
Could be. Yeah, if you miss the vibe check, it's tough.
There is unfortunately no advantage permitted on that roll.
Some people
if
get
anything,
disadvantage.
it's a disadvantage.
Server settings. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. Okay.
Caroline, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Did Vin make their clothes, or are they buying these custom clothes?
My thought was she got it off of somebody who was bigger than her, and she just kind of cut it down a little bit. That's why they're so basic. Or like somebody like about her size and was like, hey, kind of find myself in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah, so I ended up like manually adding people because for some reason the reaction roll is not helping.
Interesting.
So we're gonna check out why that's not working and yell at it.
Look at people joining the Discord.
Right? I was wondering why there was no one in there. I was like, man, this is kind of sad. No one's participating. Because they couldn't.
Woo! Doing it.
Oh.
Well.
I'm still deciding whether or not the like gauntlet things are gonna stay a permanent fixture or not, but
I
cross
like
that
the
bridge when we
gauntlets.
get to it.
I do too. It completes the whole
The whole like what?
adventurer vibe. I don't know why I got cut off.
Okay, because I heard he's the whole nothing, and I wasn't looking, so I didn't see your mouth.
The whole gestures at all of you.
You just gestured at all of me.
Like how to train your dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Zars would be like, I just can't deal with all of this today. And then would be like, you just gestured to all of me.
Finn would be very sad. These brushes are fun. I gotta use this one. I gotta use this more often. What?
I know. Do you have little like lines around your tail indicating it lagging? Because that's what it looks like from here.
I mean, no. I've already did that gag once. Figured I wouldn't do it again. Want to save this brush to my... Why won't it let me? Oh, bye, Mary.
Mary's just gone.
Oh, there we go.
What program are you using?
It's just Adobe Sketchbook. It's free. It's not as powerful as Photoshop, but it's not as clunky as Krita. Krita is what I've been using. But I was like, I want to go more basic. So I why did it just do that? Interesting. Okay. But Krita, for whatever reason, can do really slow. Because it's an open source software, so like it can be constantly updated, and you can like put your own source code in it and do those other things. And at present, I am not a coder. And I'm more familiar with Photoshop in this than I am Krita. And I have been using Krita for quite a few years now, but I've just not been able to get the hang of it.
Makes sense.
So, but this is easier to manage.
It's because David's not on tonight that my internet especially has to go there.
That sounds like an excuse.
I mean, it is an excuse because I can't change my internet.
This is also true.
Ooh, these are good questions.
Have you just completely given up on trying to draw the skirt part of my costume?
Yes, I have. I decided it doesn't exist.
It does exist, and you're wrong.
On this round, I actually did forget that it existed. Was like, oh, until you brought it up, I forgot about it. And I'm too committed to what I have now to add it. Because who is drawing it here? Me.
Uh-huh.
You sound like you're judging me. And you look like you're judging me. Stop judging me.
If I ever do like
Bye, Mary.
Streamlabs
Starts
usually
talking,
being mean
immediately
to me.
disappears. Oh my god.
She's like, Streamlabs like, shit talking? Cool. Bye.
Bye.
No shit talking for you. Well, like, she has pants, but there's like this outer skirt thing that's there, and I don't like drawing it, so it's not going to be there. Or in this case, I forget it exists. Why are you making that face, Mary? You're making a face. I feel very judged. For my
I'm always making what you want from me. I mean, I could also start sharing my screen.
Which is?
And make it even more mad now. Because I'm not going to do anything.
Why would you share your screen?
I don't know. I could also start drawing, but
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
I don't want to.
Oh, then, God.
Yeah.
Making this more difficult.
I already did my work.
You still have not sent me what you were working on.
Listen, I already did. I did.
Where? It did
I
not
sent it
come
to
up.
you in Discord. Did I forget to enter again? Did I forget to hit send? I did forget.
You bitch. You do not get to come after me when it is your fault.
Hold on.
See, do you see what I have to fucking deal with?
It's because I have my laptop configured as the tablet and not a computer. You're asking me to do too many things at the same time.
I'm not asking you for too many things. How dare you?
You are asking me for too many things.
Then I'll just never ask for anything from you ever again.
Correct. You can forget about your Sonic cosplay.
Well, you weren't going to make anything for it anyway. I was going to buy it. And then my money said, absolutely fucking not.
The universe went, not today. Not this MegaCon. But that means next year we can have the full group.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Jenny can join us. Jenny join our Sonic cosplay group.
Sonic?
Knuckles.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Huh. Can I just dress up as Trinket again?
That.
I can just reuse my bear costume.
Is there a bear costume? Is there a bear in Sonic, Caroline?
Not really. That was like a main character. Well, because the tallest character I can think of is Big the Cat. And he's big and purple.
Oh, yeah.
Purple.
Avery the Bear.
Is that from like the comics or some shit?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
The way you sat.
Okay. This is sonic.fandom.com/wiki/category bears.
Yeah, he's from the comics. Exactly one person maybe would know who that is. because I certainly did not know who he was because I do not read the Sonic comics. I'm not that
Da
bad.
Bears.
I can't
Da
speak.
Bears.
It's fine. Hey, Bears.
Da Bears.
I maintain we should do Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog group because that would be so funny.
What about Behringer? Oh, from the comics. I do like Behringer, though. That reminds me of Behringer Crater, which is a great crater.
The Sonic?
Why?
Mary just not having a good time.
Just not having it. Maybe it'll fix itself by tomorrow.
Maybe.
I know. I was like, that I'm done for the night. It is also now past my bedtime.
Aww. Shell has officially started posting questions, and I kind of like these. These are good questions.
Oh,
Some of them will be answered in the future.
hit us. What can we answer now?
This is a good one. So for Vin, what prompted Vin to join this group?
Well, what prompted Vin was getting picked. Vin did not go into this willingly. But she was like, "Oh fuck, I got whatever that was foisted upon me, so I guess I have to." She very quickly accepted it because she's just like, "Here I am, I guess."
That about sums
Because
up
she
Vin.
did. Well, yeah, because like when we went into the grotto and there was the thing on the pedestal, she was like, "I'm not touching that. I'm gonna make Seldal do it. You go do it." I've had about enough of responsibility. You do it.
Exactly.
And that was the first time you almost died. So you're like, I'm
not. You cut out again. All I heard was, "I'm not."
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, Vin was like,
dying again.
Yeah, Vin was like, "I'm not dying again, thanks." Too big.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's kind of where she's at.
Another good Vin question. Who is Vin most concerned about?
Well, Vin is most concerned about Vin right now. In a very like well, honestly, Vin doesn't really care about much of anything. As made evidenced very clear. But she's also a little bit stupid. A lot of it stupid.
Aren't we all?
Although she is definitely very quickly bearing towards being like, Cyrus might be my friend. We're working on it.
Vincent Van Gogh. All right. Zaris, you have a question for you? But I don't really know if it's one that you can answer right now without giving too much away to Vin. Your question is, what is your primary goal in adventuring? And it's kind of hard to answer that without, like, completely giving away why you're here.
Well, she did bring it up.
She did, a little bit. And she's frozen.
Yep.
She was, like, about to give some juicy details and just stopped.
Dreamhead said, "Stop it. Get some help." Honestly, though, this coloring session is coming out nice.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the sketch that you're doing.
Well, I just haven't been happy with anything that I have done in the last, like, forever. So I'm like, okay.
I get that.
I also haven't done any traditional work in a very long time at this point, like any like actual like put some thought and effort into paper.
Mm-hmm.
But I am due for like a in-person like people watching sketching day that usually perk me up a little bit.
Nice. That'll be fun.
When I will do that, who knows?
Man, Mary's like really frozen. Oh, she changed a little bit.
Yeah, MegaCon. Wait, Jenny, can I get the question one more time? We went on an ADHD side quest.
Yeah, because you disappeared.
Already forgot the question.
Yeah, I have no idea if you were rambling about something because you froze. Oh, you froze again. Well, this is just awkward now. This is just really awkward.
I get up.
Mary might fucking dip if this can't get sorted out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna type it in the chat.
Oh, cool. Neat.
Because, if you can still hear me, I can ask. You're just not moving. That's all. It's fine.
Quick casting time stop, Cookies. Stop it.
Yeah, that's rude. Oh. Alright, bye, Mary.
Honestly, I think this is just turning into sketch adventure time with Caroline.
I like it.
I'm really into this soft pastel brush. In real life, I hate soft pastel. It destroys my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
This, nice.
All right, you're back.
Jenny.
Right. Yeah. What?
I'm back.
Hi. Okay.
Defeated but back. A little bit like Zara's. Defeated but here.
Okay, Shell, why did you cross out that question and say alluded to during 112 Q&A. Okay.
I could guess.
Yeah, so basically what is Zaris's primary goal in adventuring?
Outside of the little, like, answers that have already been given, she has an extremely personal reason to be out adventuring and is out a bit more under some dire circumstances that the rest of the party isn't privy to yet. So while they're not her first choice in adventuring, they are at the time what she thinks is going to be the closest to get her to her goal. But there's a lot going on in her mind right now.
lot going on in general. But yeah. Yeah. All right. One of the DM questions, what helped compel you to use this module/setting? So I love Critical Role. I love the world of Critical Role, and I don't really love like the Pathfinder world and like some of the other D&D 5e worlds that they have come up with. They seem too big and like there's too much. And so to be able to like really come up with some sort of like storyline that makes sense, and isn't just playing strictly one single module and is something that's sustainable long term, I decided not to go with the basic like Pathfinder or D&D 5e storylines because those contain so much lore that it's hard to get into. But the Critical Role realm of Exandria is a lot easier to get into. There's a lot of lore information. It's really easy to follow. And since this is my first time DMing, I wanted something that where like I could contribute and create part of the world as well. So basically I did want to start based off of some sort of module, and thankfully Critical Role, thanks Matt Mercer, came up with a pre-made campaign called Into the Netherdeep, and it's really great, but as I was reading through it, I was like, I don't love this, and it doesn't fit the characters that people were coming up with, and so there's a lot, about like half of the material from that module I end up like nixing and just being like, you know what, we're not gonna do that stuff because it doesn't make sense for these characters. It adds extra work for me as a DM that I'm like, I don't really want to have to pay attention to these things if my characters aren't invested in it. And that was kind of like what happened during like the first 2 sessions was like, no one was interested in playing the games at the fair. No one had any interest in interacting with any of the NPCs that were basically given from the book. So I was like, well, fuck all those things. Like, if the characters and the players don't want to do that stuff, like, we're not going to do that. That's just not fun. So yeah, we ended up nixing a lot of stuff. And then coming up with storylines that basically are based off of characters' backstories. And I was able to weave in everyone's backstories really nicely in a really beautiful manner that they have not realized yet, and I can't wait for y'all to realize how well woven in it is. But yeah, that's pretty much how I wrap stuff in. Do you have your own rules of engagement, or is it just fuck it, we ball? Ooh, is that a question for anyone? Okay. Yeah, do y'all have your own rules of engagement? Have y'all figured out any rules of engagement?
I think Vin is definitely bucket we ball.
Checks out. Checks out. Mary, what about Zaris? Any rules of engagement? Or are you just frozen staring again?
I think Zaris is a little bit more of like, is this worth my time?
That's fair.
Yeah. I know Seldal has mentioned that Seldal doesn't, like, he doesn't want to
probably frozen staring again.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Seldal has mentioned that he doesn't engage with anyone unless they are distinctly in the way of his mission. So not quite a fuck it we ball. Like a more of a get out of my way or you die kind of situation.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm not really entirely sure that Cal knows what she's doing all of the time either.
Cal's like, oh, we're fighting now? Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Oh, geez.
We can do this? Yeah.
Struggle bus is real, Mary. I'm so sorry.
It's so real.
Yeah. We do have the questions like that are for any of us. The discussing things in between sessions in terms of like character plans. I think that very much varies person to person.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Becky sends me way too much Seldal info.
That tracks.
Like, it's like every other day she's like, what if Seldal did this? And I'm like...
Where I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have to pull my goddamn teeth out to get anything.
Sometimes. I do.
But this is only this isn't the first real time I've played D&D, but this is the first like significant character I've played. So it's harder for me to like think of those things and be like, oh yeah, maybe this is information that the DM needs. I'm like,
Yeah, we've definitely grown Vin's story a lot. Like, I feel like we have a decent backstory now that like I can work with, that you can work with to like help develop your character. David like went weeks without sending me anything and then sent me an entire family tree. And I was like, okay, David. It went back like 3 generations, and I was like, all right, that's a lot of information to take in right now. But yeah.
Hey, but now you have it.
I have it. Yeah. Mary wrote a very nice document with bullet points and a story. Oh, Mary's gone again.
She went, don't call me out, and left.
I'm gonna call her out, because it was nice. Yeah, I've gotten also, like, very in advance. There was briefly a discussion about different romances, and I was like, we're gonna wait on this one. So, yeah.
Romance is difficult.
What?
Romances can be hard.
Yeah. I honestly cannot wait for... There's a place that I have...
off for 2 seconds.
There's a place that y'all get that's in Basu-san that I'm honestly really excited for y'all to visit.
Is it a brothel?
I can't say anything else.
That means yes. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. No point, she has arm thingies.
Alright.
Also, based off of the question that you sent us back before Christmas that I still haven't answered for you,
Yes.
I will answer tomorrow, I promise.
Thank you. Yeah, I sent out a question that was asking, like, who each of the characters are, like, physically attracted to, or would at least, like, find comforting.
I thought my answer was really good.
I like your answer.
My answer was 2 parts.
Yeah, your answer came with a lot of info. It is quite useful.
I was like, let me not give a shitty answer this time.
Yeah, no, that was a really good answer. It was impressive, like, you answered first and, like, the best so far. Yeah, David has, like, kind of given me info. Seldal's kind of given me info. Just waiting on you, Zaris.
I mean, I feel like you should know what my answer's gonna be.
I kind of know. Yeah, I kind of know.
Gonna be very short.
Yeah. I figured that would be your answer, but I just had to.
Yeah.
I was just asking.
But I can elaborate.
Yeah, that's why I added in the or comfort, like, would find, like, comforting. That might help. Alright, another question. Characters. What's been the most surprised you've been in the campaign so far? I actually want to know this.
That fucking shark being so goddamn OP! That's what surprised me.
Yeah, you can think.
I have one that you didn't bring up during the recap. Is during our last conversation, like Seldal and Zara's conversation, I supposedly recognize his axe that he carries.
Oh yeah,
and I've like seen it before.
Was I supposed to send you a picture?
Probably.
Maybe.
I think I was supposed to send you a picture.
But I'm like, explain.
America.
Okay. Wow, Jenny. Explain.
Wait, explain the axe? Or me forgetting things?
I think either or at this point.
There's a lot going on. Oh god.
Like, you said that, and I'm like, cool.
No panic.
Becky sent me
like
this
I've got to kill him in the next.
Yeah, Becky sent me this picture like 5 years ago, practically. Oh my god, the scrolling. So much scrolling.
Jennifer.
Okay. Okay, I'm sending it. I'm sending you the things.
Uh-huh.
Downloads?
I'm waiting.
I'm trying to find out. My computer's doing this weird thing where it's like everything is in gibberish except for certain words, and so I'm like trying to find things in weird gibberish. It's really hard. Oh.
Ooh, no, absolutely not.
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna try copy image. Can I copy image? Haste? Ho ho.
Oh, I got a thing.
Because she actually remembers to hit send.
And now Mary's just like gone.
Yeah, she be doing that.
Yeah, she's typing on Discord though.
I mean, I can definitely answer that last question for characters.
Yeah, go for it.
That's the what parts of your own self do you think you've worked your way into your characters, intentional or otherwise? I don't think. I know. I've definitely incorporated some of my personal experiences with people that which I am related to. And my own lack of observation skills. I don't know if there's anything unintentional that I've done. I'm not sure yet. I think you guys would have to answer that.
Is Caroline okay?
Are any
What?
of us okay?
Why are we asking if I'm okay?
We don't know, because Mary's not okay.
I don't know. Camera was off when I came back.
Oh,
That's weird.
that is weird because I've been here the whole time. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm not okay.
It never turned off for us.
Mm-mm.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, because we were answering the like, what parts of your own self do you think you've worked into your? Do you think have worked your way into your character, intentional or otherwise? And I'm like, I have put a lot of myself into this character, so I don't know. I can't think of anything that I've unintentionally added. That would
I
be
think
something you guys would have to answer.
you might have unintentionally added the charismatic nature of Vin to reflect upon yourself.
Okay, you listen. You can't just say that as a fucking bit. You need to elaborate. I need examples. You don't get to drop that and don't give me any fucking examples. You can make the joke and bit at my expense, but I want examples.
Receipts.
I
Give
mean,
me
I'd say the
fucking
fact that
receipt.
you're totally down to like chill on a stream with us. You have to be a little bit charismatic. Like people want to watch you on a stream.
You've gotten more character questions than I have.
You have like the
which means
longest
Vin has
list.
got a good charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten the longest what?
You have more character questions than Zaris.
I mean, I've answered more.
You have more. I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
Well, because
I
on
mean-
the list, there's just
Not as many as Cal. Cal has like the most. But we all have questions about Cal. Honestly.
I think yes, I think
I have a lot. Vin
Vin
Riz.
does not have the Riz. All right, Vin might have
I mean,
charisma.
Tried
Fine.
to riz up that one barmaid or whatever at breakfast.
And
No,
like
that wasn't even at,
and if
that wasn't even at
Saldal-
breakfast. That wasn't even at breakfast.
But
That
if
was at the
Saldal hadn't
introduction of her character.
coughed up blood, you probably would have been laid.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
You know, Saldal is really the ultimate cock block.
yeah. Which is funny because he's got the biggest cock.
Because he is the biggest
Yeah.
cock.
Well, that's
He's
why
just-
it's easy to block people with.
Yeah, he's just walking around
Just
like
whip it out there and block the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a speed bump.
He's 6'4" with an erection, so I mean yeah.
So he's at like Vin nipple height.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because I'm at like your belly button.
I think
So maybe, yeah, he would be like at your peck.
because never speak again, Teapot. Never speak again. But I have to imagine that Saldal is right there.
Yeah.
Okay, my big question is
I think he likes to think.
my big question is
I have
because
another question, but I don't think anybody wants to hear it.
because Vin is a hyena. Does Vin have like 6 to 8 vimples? Or 2?
That's the same question I had.
I don't know this, and as a DM, I think that helps for character development.
That's a bold-faced fucking lie, and you know it.
Listen, we know
That's a
so
bold-faced lie.
much about Seldal's dick. How many nipples does Vin have?
Yeah.
You know
Is it
who
like-
we all sound like?
We know about the hyena penis.
You
Is
know
it like
who
an
we all
average,
sound
like 4?
I think it's 6. That's the one factoid it did not stick in my brain.
How do you know about the penis, but not the number of nipples?
Because the penis
Why
part is the
wouldn't you
one that
know about
matters
the
because
penis?
it's a weird anatomical thing that you don't see anywhere else in the animal kingdom. And people are more interested in dicks. That's just how it is.
That's true. I don't know. I like nipples. Nipples are cool.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But y'all sound like Sergeant Witchfinder, whatever the fuck his name is. How many nipples you got?
Yeah. How many nipples you got?
Or just Vin's pseudo penis. Yeah, these are important questions.
Honestly, I hadn't thought of
Is
I
it bigger
genuinely
than
I hadn't thought
Salal's?
about it. I made the bit, I made the joke, but like I didn't genuinely
Uh-huh.
think about it. I figured
Uh-huh.
the nipples thing we'll just go furry rolls and we'll stick with the 2.
Okay.
Pseudopenis
Actually,
wise?
roll a d6 and let that determine how many nipples you have.
Give me a second.
5.
I put the dice away because we weren't gonna
It's
use
like 3 is
them
too
tonight.
normal of a
Never put
number.
the dice away.
I used to go to school with a guy who had 3 nipples.
I dated a guy with 3 nipples. Just putting that out there.
We said a D6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like 1 is like normal because like some people only have 1 nipple.
Dated past tense.
Yeah, no, not with him. It's actually really common in men because basically the hormone lines go up along basically where the nipples are, and so it's really common to form like a second nipple on like your lower ribs, or like a third nipple on your lower ribs.
I got very lucky. We're sticking with 2.
Okay, good. Yeah, again, like 1 would have been normal, 2 fine, 3 I'd be like, okay, 4 like, okay, hyena rules, 6 I would have been like, definitely hyena
What'd you
rules.
get?
5 I'd be like,
Well, because I know a lot of times, like with the third nipple thing with men, they oftentimes get mistaken, like misdiagnosed or misclassified, I don't know, as a mole.
Mm-hmm.
So, understand my face. Whose face? As for the penis question, again, did not think it would actually come up again.
Roll a d20.
Hold on.
Pray it's not a nat 1.
At this point, it would be a small mercy.
Okay.
Really a small mercy.
I got a 15.
Okay.
So.
Vin's packing as well.
I'd be giving Seldal a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
Getting real personal in here.
Oh, these are important questions.
Are they, though?
Yeah.
Are they? Your happiness is suspicious.
The world's most wobbly marathon? I've run a couple of those.
Me from Galaxy's Edge to the front of the park.
Well, I just want to tell everyone that Renee is probably one of the best cats that I've ever known. She is like truly my soulmate, and I love her. And she is a true little goddess who is like really mad at me for waking her up. But I love her so much. She has a doctorate in human support studies. And she's the best.
Yeah. Oh, so she's a doctor.
She is. Yeah, we've got 3 doctors in our house and an Atlas. 3 doctors and a dumbass.
And Atlas. Yeah, he's a bachelor's of fine art student.
Yeah, maybe like an associate's, honestly. Like, he just barely got out of high school. Like, that's...
Yeah.
He's
Did he even go to high school?
He's definitely still in kindergarten. I mean, he is a baby.
I think he's still an elementary schooler.
Yeah, he's like...
Pre-K.
Yeah, he's 11 months old. As of like a couple days ago. So...
Oh, so he's in the baby room. He's not even in pre-K yet.
He's a baby. That's why he's so dumb sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, he is a baby. And I'm like, what? I feel like by 1 year old, they like start to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
He's dumb. I don't even know where he is. It's like a little concerning.
He's probably off doing something he's not supposed to.
Probably. He's eaten about 5 TV remotes.
They're delicious.
I guess, but he only eats the numbers 1 through 3 and the power button. So.
That's how high he can count.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Am I the most physically strong?
Yeah, I guess stat-wise, Zaris is the beefiest.
I guess.
Are those stats correct?
Yes. They should be.
I was thinking about that the other day.
I'm also really dyslexic, so I could have mixed it up. Let's check.
I'm pretty sure Vin has the highest constitution. Because Vin's constitution is like 17.
Yeah. My constitution is 12, but my strength is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
My intelligence is a 16, and my charisma is a 17. Which I feel like she's the least charismatic of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my strength is a 14, so is my dex, and my intelligence, and my charisma. But my wisdom is 13, and my constitution is 17.
Yeah, whereas my wisdom is an 11.
You're not very wise.
We're learning.
No. Why would I be? It's kill things or be killed.
Well, there's Atlas.
Those are the options.
Hi, Bubba. It's Bubba.
We summoned him. Mom, I threw it up.
Probably. He did throw up the other day, but he was nice and went outside.
Aw.
Atlas! Yeah, no, he's gone. He does that sometime. Just wanders away.
Zaris was not raised in a very fostering, like, learning environment. I'll say that.
I got that vibe, that's for
So
sure.
she's got street smarts, not
Smart.
book smarts. Street smarts. That's, yeah. She's like, I was over on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench.
Mary, the fact that you made this outfit all black is so hard to make details on.
I hate myself for it.
I thought you were a designer.
Sneaky ninja girl. Where's that glass?
I am.
And yet here we are. Looking like a bunch of
Caroline,
fools.
you know how much I hated myself when I was trying to draw her the first 5 times.
This is correct. I'm
Why don't you
still
do, like,
judging you.
That's why I ended up going with more brown tones.
You could do like a really dark red, almost black, for like highlights. Maybe.
Yeah.
It gives like an iridescent red-black look to it.
Maybe. We'll see.
I have most of my fabric to start building a Zaris cosplay. I just haven't yet.
Nice.
The wig I wanted went out of stock on Amazon.
Ooh.
Rip.
Yeah.
Next year, MegaCon. Gotta have it ready.
was thinking Ren Fair.
Ooh, that'd be good too.
The rest of the Ren Fair season here for Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We just built Carolina fursuits.
Hey, I can send my bear costume.
I will not be doing that. I
No.
will not.
Rip the
Building a
sleeves off.
fursuit is incredibly difficult and extremely
Yes.
labor intensive and costs a lot of money. I will not be asking you to do that.
I actually do have a lot of access
Yeah.
to a lot of like real fur coats here in our costume room for some reason. And our like main theater person is like, I kind of want to.
A lot of people like to donate them.
And then you like, no one uses them.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to use this
No,
for?
they're not worth anything really these days because the value of real fur has gone down so much. It's not as coveted as it used to be. So people just like to donate them, and it's like we live in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing theater on stage under hot lights. We can't use this.
Yeah. No.
Why do you need plate armor, Kukus?
Plate armor's cool, but I feel like you can get the same thing with like foam or Warbler and not hate your life.
Yeah. Or even just make yourself some nice leather armor.
Leather armor's the best. Yeah.
I just got a box of leatherworking tools from one of my parents' neighbors.
Yes.
Very excited for that.
Have you not gotten to use them yet?
I have not, because I just finished my big real leather work project because all of the leather for Vax is fake.
This is true.
So it doesn't stamp the same way. Trust me. I tried to make you even more epic, and it did not happen. Well, it did.
Oh no, you did.
It did happen.
You 100% did. She went so much further on Vax than one she needed to, and that two that I ever thought she would. Because I was already happy with it where it was at when we went to the Red Fair, and then she was like, "No, I'm going to keep going." In typical Mary fashion.
Typical.
In my defense, I had a week. And it was good enough for the week that I had. And then I've had your costume for another week. And now I'm satisfied. I'll probably look at it again in another month and be like, no, wrong. Try again. Oh no, I like to just hoard crafts so that when I have a need for it, I like have all of the stuff to do it. Because like I completely forgot I had a resin mold of knives.
Oh, nice.
And so I got to make it's knives.
Ooh.
And knives.
And so I was just able to make Vax a bunch of resin knives since we can't take the metal ones to MegaCon. I also have tiny knives somewhere. Yeah, I have tiny knives and swords.
Tiny knives.
And axes.
What would you do?
The little.
For tiny hammering.
Yeah, for earrings, for tiny crimes, really small stabbing.
Cat crimes.
No, I used a bunch of them for Aziraphale's crown halo.
Ooh.
I made a bunch of swords and made a halo crown. Here, hold. I can grab. I'm in my cosplay nook.
Oh my god.
He's right here. Oh, it's over here. It's very big, but
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
fancy.
so it's all these little swords.
Ooh, tiny swords. Swords.
Yeah. So little swords.
I like the little swords.
That is all very light. I was like, I don't know how much longer everybody else wants to hang out, but I might have to call it at 10:30.
Yeah, I'm like falling asleep right now.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much done.
Nice.
I did it.
And we're gonna be streaming for like longer tomorrow, doing actual session stuff anyway, so.
This is true.
Yeah.
I realize I usually give Ben very long arms.
You too.
I mean, but is that proportional for a hyena?
I mean, yeah, because if you look at their like hind legs, they're kind of lower to the ground and their front legs are a little bit longer. There's been some studies about how their
Yeah.
hind legs are a little bit underdeveloped in terms of evolution in comparison to the rest of their bodies, but it's a whole thing.
I'm just like, dog.
Pupper.
Looks like dog is dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Yeah,
I know,
you
I'm
should.
sorry, Kukus.
Because we do post
You can
everything.
just-
Yeah, we posted them on
Yeah.
YouTube afterwards, and they should still be on Twitch for like another 2 weeks or something. So you should be able to still like watch and catch up when you have time, if you want. If you want.
Or you could just watch really out of context TikToks.
That too. That would also work. It'll be like TikToks from like 3 weeks ago though, so you have to wait like a month before we get to these. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna head off for tonight. I enjoyed spending time with everyone and answering questions and watching Caroline draw and make QR codes and pictures. We're trying to have more nights like this in the future where we either just do like art nights and like art and hangout or Q&As or like recap days and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna try and start doing those a little bit more. And feel free to make sure to share us and get your friends to watch. We would love that. We are like almost halfway to being an affiliate in Twitch, which would be amazing. So I know y'all have already followed, but please follow, please, and get your friends to follow. So
Yeah, when I hop off here, I'll finish that sticker and get it sent off. So hopefully it'll be printed in time.
nice. Yeah, find us at MegaCon or find, I guess, Becky, Mary, and Caroline. David and I won't be there, of course, because we are not in Florida. But
In spirit.
yeah, we'll
We
be
just
there in
get
spirit.
cardboard cutouts made of you and tape.
Yeah, please do. Like draw our faces on like a like paper plate and like attach a stick to the back and just carry us around.
Yeah.
You can make like pipe cleaner arms too if you're like really feeling it, but yeah.
Yeah. Like Forky. We just print out a picture of your faces
Yeah.
and then stick little arms on it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely send bits and tips and whatever you can to help fund Mary's new internet. That would be our first investment, honestly, is getting Mary new internet. And then David new internet, and then we'll be set, yeah. Yeah, so we'll see Cookus. I'm sorry we won't see you tomorrow, but we'll see the rest of y'all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Have a wonderful night, and
Drink your tea.
drink your tea, yeah.
Go watch
Get your warm bevies. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.